You know how sometimes your English sentences can feel a little choppy, a little stiff, like you're just stacking individual blocks instead of creating one smooth, flowing idea? Well, we're going to fix that. In this explainer, we're giving you the 5 essential keys to unlock your sentences and make them sound way stronger and a whole lot more natural. Let's dive in.
So take a look at this. On the left, you've got, they hate climbing, they hate cycling. I mean, it's correct, sure, but it feels disconnected, right? Now look what happens when we add just one simple word. They hate climbing and cycling. See? So much better. It's the same exact information, but it just flows. That's the power we're talking about today.
So what's the secret sauce here? What's making this happen? It's these tiny but super powerful words called connectors. Seriously, think of them as the glue for your ideas. They take all those separate thoughts and stick them together into one elegant sentence.
And when you get right down to it, the definition is super simple. Connectors are just words we use to join other words, phrases, or even whole sentences together. That's it. They're like the bridges in our language, and today, we're going to master 5 of the most important ones.
All right, let's start at the beginning with the absolute foundation. These are probably the first 2 connectors you ever learned, and but. Think of these as the real workhorses of English.
First up, we've got and. The easiest way to think about and is like a plus sign. Its only job is to add things together. For example, Kate and Mary like their school and their classmates. We're just adding school plus classmates. Simple, clean, and totally clear.
Okay, next up is but. Now, if and is a plus sign, but is your signal for a U-turn. It tells you there's a contrast or an opposite idea coming. Take this sentence, my house is big. Okay, sounds good so far. And then, but, it is old. That one word, but, immediately prepares us for an idea that's different from the first part of the sentence. Okay, so we've got the basics down. Let's level up a bit with the next group, what I like to call the logic connectors, or because and so. These are the words that help us explain choices, give reasons, and show results. First in this group is or. This one's easy. It's all about choice. It presents you with options, with alternatives. You can have this, or you can have that. For instance, in the question, are they local people or tourists? We're being asked to choose one of 2 possibilities.
Now for what might be one of the most useful words in the entire language, because. This is your why word. It always gives you the reason for something. Why are we studying? We are studying because we have a test tomorrow. It directly connects the action, studying, to its cause, the test.
And that leads us perfectly into so. If because gives you the reason why something happened, so gives you the result. It shows you the consequence. For example, they love nature. Okay, and what's the result of that? So they often go camping. One thing leads directly to another.
This is a fantastic way to see the difference side by side. Both sentences are talking about the exact same situation, but they come at it from different angles. The first one explains the reason. The children are inside because it's raining. The second one shows the result. It's raining, so the children are inside. A good way to remember it is that because looks backward for the cause, and so points forward to the effect. Okay, enough of me talking. You've seen how they all work. Now it's your turn. Let's do a really quick quiz to make sure these ideas are totally locked in. You ready? Here we go. First one. Are you drinking tea, blank, coffee? And your options are because or. What do you think connects these 2 drinks? Take a second.
And the answer is or. Yep, you got it. We're just presenting a simple choice between tea and coffee. Great start.
All right, ready for number 2? There aren't any oranges, blank, there are some apples. So are we adding information here with and, or are we showing a contrast with but? You nailed it. The answer is but. We're pointing out a contrast, right? The fact that there are no oranges is the opposite of the fact that there are some apples. Awesome. Okay, last one. Let's finish strong. Summer is hot, blank, it is my favorite season. Are we giving a choice here with or are we showing a result with so? And the correct answer is so. Absolutely. Being my favorite season is the result of it being hot. We're connecting that heat to the positive feeling. Well done, you totally aced that quiz.
So what's the big takeaway here? It's that you now have 5 incredibly powerful tools in your toolbox.
Let's do a final, super quick review of these 5 keys.
Let's do a lightning round recap. And it adds an idea, but it shows a contrast, or it gives a choice, because explains the reason why, and so shows the result. If you can just lock these simple jobs into your memory, it's going to make a huge difference in your English.
And that's really it. 5 simple words that can totally transform your sentences, connecting your thoughts and making you sound more clear, polished, and confident. So I'll just leave you with this one question. You now have the 5 keys to better sentences. What will you unlock?